Hey, what's poppin', guys? You got your boy Nandra here, back at it with yet another video. Damn, like multiple videos in the same month. What? Anyway, so for this video is still gonna be like, covering Portal and whatnot. Now this is gonna be like a part 2 of the, well, I guess technically part 3. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, it's just gonna be more gameplay from the games I was talking about the other day. So again, like I said, so it's still the same list. You can like find part 1 in the description below. Anyway, so I'm just gonna be showing you guys the games I did not show, just because like those games are also pretty interesting as well. I just had to figure out which games it was, or which games they were. I'm sorry, that was not in English. Anyway, it should be this one. Yeah, this one. Alright, so again, versus Dragon. Now, something to keep in mind is that, like, for both of the games I'm about to show you, I went second in both of these games. So that's, like, pretty interesting, because, like, I know a lot of people, like, they care about their, oh, I went first, I really want to go first, I get to win that way. But for me, I usually don't care. Like, most times, like, I go second so often that I just decided to become a god at going second. Or become a god at playing while going second. Anyway, so I toss back my entire hand, I pick up a nice hand, it's a nice even hand of both like answers and questions, so it's like pretty good. I pick up sub as well as an onslaught. That's pretty crazy. So now I just like choose, if I want to, I can just choose to invalidate his next 3 turns. Now he does play a Masamune here. Now what? All right, so let's talk about this with my boy Wolpre like last month. I really dislike when people just like tempo Masa like that, because like Masa is such a valuable tool. Like him getting UT damage like far outweighs him just being able to like wipe your opponent's board at some point later, if you fall behind. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna tile that away. Now, situations like this is why I like tile, because like otherwise I would have to be playing like things like wind up, which like kind of shaky. And so here he tempos out another Masa. I don't really like the second tempo Masa. Because like the first one, yeah, I'll give that to you, because like who plays Tal, right? But the second one, you had to know that a sub was coming. So basically, he's down to one more Masamune, one in the entire deck now. That's crazy. So now if I ever build a board, like and he's like played Satan, he can only rely on like Earthfall or the APP 8/8 to clear the board. If he doesn't have it, he loses. And so here I go and evolve Icarus. By the way, the Icarus was a slight misplay. I should have played out the second Icarus first, because I wanted to always grab I wanted to grab Ancient guaranteed. And if I'd done it the other way, and doing the way I did it, made it only a 50-50 instead of like a 2 and 3. And so here he evolves Isla, that's fine. It didn't matter if I played into Galm, because I'm covered, because I have the puppet. The puppet is huge. So here he goes the same for running. So now, yeah, look at that. His turn 5 was spent clearing my turn 4. So now we know he's guaranteed going to be on the back foot for a while. Again, I have the Machina, so stuff gets live now. It's like pretty good. Now here I did, well, not really choke, but like, yeah. So I did go ahead and just do that, and then like I do get the Ancient. I just gonna tempo it out. I even make a pre-evolve here, and I might be saying, but Nandro, isn't this a waste of an evolve? No, because right now in the metagame versus Dragon, you need to play around Galm. If you get Galm for free, like and the Galm steals your turn, you lose that game. With this, he's either gonna get baited, plays Galm anyway, realize that dies, and then like lose everything and just like emote oops, or he's gonna go ahead and try to break the enhance somehow, then evo Galm, but it still dies to the puppet, and he's out of his last evolve. Both Dragons evolves as well as their like board presence. It's basically tied around Galm. Like, so basically, the second you like go ahead and dismantle Galm, they have a bad time. Now here he plays Oracle, and I already knew that the Galm was coming out. Now the only question here is, will he play Satan? As the question. Now I don't think he will, but I don't know, because he did just Oracle. So he did Oracle. He already had 3 cards in hand, and he does get another draw. So he could just like tempo it out here. Like once I play the Machina, but like this is a Machina, and I still have an evolve point. That's good. I even get lucky here, and I top like the mechanization. The mechanization was insane here, because now I just go ahead and get to put artifacts in my deck for free. Now this part, really important. So in case you didn't catch that, I didn't make a Radiant yet. Why? Because the game is not over. Like, making Radiants before the game is over is how you lose games. Because if for some reason you make the Radiant, right, and then like your opponent has a board they have to trade into, and then you go to play a search and you pull a Radiant, that fucking sucks. Like that shit is awful. Like, but if you make smaller artifacts or whatever, yeah, the game's still gonna be going on. But the game was always still going to be going on in the first place. So at least this way, you're actually prepared to fight on the board, and you're not actually like losing anything for it, right? Now I do pick up my Excels. That's great. He has 9 mana, so he plays the Poseidon. The Poseidon doesn't mean anything to me because it just dies. Like I literally have Excel plus Searcher plus 2 Searchers plus a draw plus the ability to make even more artifacts to top deck. Yeah, like that board is dying. Now here, something to keep in mind is that like I did actually run out of time because I wasn't actually fully focused on the game, which by the way like says a lot if I'm still able to like stomp the crap out of him. But I wasn't fully focused on the game. I was actually like talking and doing other stuff or whatever, like using my phone. So I was kind of distracted, especially when someone like sent me something. So somebody sent me like a picture to look at. So so for this turn, you're actually gonna see me like make like a slight. It's not really like a misplay, but it's like more like an improv technique. So I go ahead, I start my turn. I make most of the actions I already know that I'm gonna make because it only took me like maybe like 10 seconds to think about what I was gonna do here, and I just kind of went with it from like muscle memory. All right, so I go ahead and I get my searches. I go ahead and play my ancient. Yep. I go ahead and make my trade. I play Shekrom as well. Yeah. So I go ahead and I prepare to clear the board. Now I would be able to go ahead and clear the board, hit face for 4. And then set up not 1, not 2, but 5 radiants now. When I know guaranteed he can't come back. However, I realized that I'm running out of time and that the animations are going to take too long. So I go ahead and I just like forego it in order to guarantee that I clear the board because the clearing the board matters most. Because right now I'm under Excel. I've made a shit ton of artifacts and he has yet to play Satan, and he can never now play Satan because I have too much board, and I'll always have too much board. So here he plays Serpent into a Galm. I'm like, sure. But again, you see how that's like not good because he guaranteed can't kill the Machina, and if he lands on the Machina with this roll, he's gonna feel it. He's gonna feel it. I guarantee you. However, he wins the roll. He kills my creature. That's fine. Not a big deal. Because why? Because I have 2 Ancients in my hand already. I already have the Excel. So what we're gonna go and see here is we're gonna go and see the Excel Satan. This part is also pretty big. Now I see a lot of people make the mistake I'm about to talk about right now, but when you have the Machina and you have the Excel up, play cards that aren't going to regain you PP first. Play it this way so you get to like min-max the amount of like mana you have for the turn. Because as you're about to see here, I'm going to be able to play every single card in my hand. That was like 7 cards in my hand. I'm going to be able to play all of them this turn. That's wild. That's wild as fuck, man. Like, but yeah, I'm going to be able to play all of them this turn. Why? Because I spent my mana correctly. Additionally, I also excelled the Satan. Now, if you weren't paying attention to what I rolled off of the Satan, I actually rolled like pretty much all like 4, okay, like 3 good cards. Like I got, well, I guess technically all four of them are great, but the ones I cared about the most were Behemoth as well as Flame Lord, because like there's no board he can make that I can't break already. So right now, like what I want is storm damage. And that's like part of why Satan is like an interesting and good addition to the deck, because it basically works as like extra copies of mechanization technically. Well, in a sense, not like fully, but yeah. And under Machina is just ridiculous. Now here he plays an Aussie and just goes space. I don't blame him. Like I'd be like, well, fuck you too. And as you see here, it's fine. It doesn't matter. I picked up the Heaven Ball immediately. Now I know I can only die to Aussie plus Craving. It has to be exactly Aussie plus Craving, or like a Zooey from like out of nowhere, like Yu-Gi-Moto. So what I go ahead and do here is I just go ahead, make my plays, just chill. Because again, I'm under no pressure. I just go ahead and make a Radiant. I go ahead and I just excel my Satan. I just go ahead and go face. Now I could have just pushed. I could have just like straight just gone Heavenfall and just like push damage. But it literally didn't matter to me. But I like this way more because this way I don't really care about the damage I push, because he's already at 8. 8 is a nice break point for me, and he's already super dead anyway. So I felt like this is like more insurance. That's just me. Anyway, so here he plays Galm. Once again, he has to win a 50-50 in order to be fine. And hell, even if he like wins the 50-50, it's not enough. He has to have more. Like he always has to have more now. He plays Serpent Drake, and second he plays Serpent Drake, I know the game is over. But for extra insurance, I am able to top deck the Asta. Feels amazing, man. So I just go and, you know, slightly BM and I just kill him. By the way, so I want to quickly point out, because again, like you know, some haters out here in the chat. This game was not close at all. The only reason why this game looks close is because I got hit with 3 Galms and 1 Aussie. Like, that's 15 damage for those of you who weren't counting. 15 damage and 9 of it is like burn damage. What the fuck? It's kind of crazy. Alright, now for the second game. Again, also versus Dragon. Again, also going second. So we get into the game. Like I said, going second. I see my opponent's like Jim, but that shouldn't really matter to me that much. Because again, this is a pretty favorite matchup for you. As long as you don't play poorly, and as long as they don't like super nut roll you. Oh, and as long as you're like not playing for Lashenda like a Bonobo, yeah, you get to go. So I toss back my entire hand. Again, like I said, I'm a firm believer of not just keeping Machina in the opening hand. Just because, like, right now, like, well, not right now, but I guess like in the entire history of like Portalcraft or whatever, how you win as Portalcraft in my mind is that you win the early game. You win the early game. You play Machina on 6 for like nearly free, and they can't come back from it. Because like basically playing the Machina is like almost similar to like playing Satan, and that's just like strong. It's just like strong inevitability. Like, and if your opponent's playing anything board based, boom, like they done. Anyway, so here what you see is the setup for a nice going second high roll. Not really going second high roll, but more like a going second combo. Because like I have this, I don't think he's gonna kill this. I have Fervent to grab my Ancient to then Biofab it, to then next turn play Icarus and do some stuff with that. He draws cards here instead of using Rending, which is like fine. I don't blame him. I pick up a Machina again anyway. That's fine. I go ahead and I do Biofab here, like I said. Just go ahead and get it out, and I go ahead and I make value trades on the board. Now you might be wondering, but Nandra, why did you make value trades? Well, because this servant is already taking damage, that means it's already served its purpose, which means he can only really trade with it in order to get mileage out of it. And I'm pretty sure because I have more board than him, and he knows I'm gonna have more board in the future as well, and I just made a fuck ton of radiance that he has to trade. Because if this Icarus is a lot to evolve, you don't even know what kind of nutty stuff I could do. Like if I have Hamlin, oof. Anyway, so this turn, he plays Righteous Dragoons, that's fine, or Righteous Dragoon, I'm sorry. And so here I go ahead and I just like play Miriam, grab the Search. I use the Search on purpose because I don't want to make Radiance just yet because I don't need to yet. Like I have Exade in my hand that I'm probably playing next turn because this turn invites in Galm. Hell, it invites in Galm and invites Ayala, but most likely it invites in Galm, and that's perfectly okay. Because why? Because I can kill the Galm at very little cost to me. These artifacts, oh, I got these for free. Like make no mistake, these are free and don't cost me a dime. Yep. So he plays the Galm here. That's fine, not a big deal. The other thing that's important here is I can also go ahead and excel the Satan before I play Machina, which is pretty insane because it means I get like one extra roulette of 6 cards in order to draw to one of those cards. So if any one of those cards is like insane, like for example, as long as it's like not like the APP card or like Astrop, that's pretty good. I pick up a copy of Biofab here. That's pretty nice. I don't mind it at all. But of course, it could backfire for me because it means I have one less Biofab, and next turn I can't play it unless I'm like somehow drawing a card, which I can't draw because I didn't make any fervents yet. So, or not fervents. I didn't make any not match steals. I didn't make any analyzers. There we go. So here he just like plays Oracle. He plays Oracle, and the way he played the Oracle, like it leads me to believe that oh he's just gonna play Poseidon next turn. That's fine. Here I get insanely lucky, and I top deck the meta production. So now I get to go ahead and just like go Biofab into analyzing into meta production. So now suddenly I have casual 6 mana 7/6. I draw 6 cards. Sorry, I draw 7 cards at the end of my turn, and I draw an 8th card. I draw an 8th card at the start of my turn. Also, he's on 1 Evo. Having 1 Evo left as dragon is terrifying because it means the second you burn that Evo, you're now completely reliant on being able to play on being able to either already be in Satan and just like have more pressure than me, or playing a boatload of Masas. But this deck literally beats out Masamune. It also technically beats out Satan, but more importantly, it beats out Masamune. Also, he's only on 8 mana, so next turn he'll be on 9, and that's terrifying. It's actually just terrifying. So here, this time, in order to prove a point, I literally give my opponent like a free Satan turn here because I legitimately don't think I can die. Like, so I just go ahead and just make the full clear. Yeah, I make the full clear, and then go ahead and draw my 6 again. Because again, I don't mind giving. Like, I already know that like if he gets free Satan, I can still beat him. I can still beat him in Satan, and I'll further go ahead and improve my point. Now here he goes in and plays Ultraplane Arbiter. That's fine. Again, it's not Satan. Now I do actually like this play as opposed to him playing Satan, just because like with Arbiter, you can go ahead and try to jockey onto the board in order to eventually get a free Satan, but he can't get it because I'm still going to be able to deny it. Now here, this turn is pretty sick as well. I go ahead and I get to play the Med Reduction. I do actually try to dig for the Analyzing, which I do actually pick up, which is insane. I go ahead and actually play it out. I play an Ancient as well. So I go ahead and trade first into Analyzing, evolve the Analyzing into the guy. I get to draw a card. Mind you, what I draw here, that part doesn't really matter that much because I already know exactly what I'm doing here. Yeah. So I also go ahead and do it in this order because I don't want to actually draw the guard from going by accident, because if I do, that's a problem. So here I just get to make Radiance. Now I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned this like the game before, but here making the Radiance is okay because I have 2 of these in my hand, and I don't know when I'm gonna get the last one. Additionally, there's no way you can look at the current state of affairs and not be like, oh, this game's over, because it is. It's straight just over. Like, you can't do anything at all. Now here I get incredibly lucky again, and I pick up another ridiculous looking hand. But remember, I've already stacked the deck enough times that all of these hands are just gonna look like more and more ridiculous, unless I like draw like complete and utter blanks. But there's so many artifact cards in my deck. There's so many Satan cards in my deck as well. Like, it's crazy. So here he plays possibly one of the worst looking Masamunes I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, he should have tried to hold on to it and just like play Justice Dragoon, and then if he had just gone like right, so if he had just gone like, say, I don't know, like Righteous Dragoon, Handspur face into the Black Iron Soldier, that was a much better turn, I think, because like at this point you really need this Masa, so you really need all of her Masas to be paired with Poseidons at this point. Like if you well, either pair it with Poseidon or pair it with Galm. Like you can't pair it with anything else. Like if you do, you're just like actually trolling. Now here I pick up Scorpion, that's really good. So I'm just gonna play it my Excel. I'm just gonna go off. I'm just gonna go ham. So I do a bunch of finessing again. As you see here, I play one of the more expensive cards in my hand first. This way I go ahead and get back mana for free. So that's amazing. I go ahead and make the trade first, see what I get, because I'm not sure if I'm gonna play Scorpion here. However, I pick up something that's like technically a brick, because it's not an artifact. But I get lucky and I pick up even more artifacts, and I can go ahead and I just have infinite mana, and that basically now allows me to play 2 Stormiest while clearing his board this turn. I pick up the 3rd copy of Mechanization, which is more and more insane, because now I have the Excel up, I have artifacts in my hand, I have artifacts in my deck, I have Satan cards in the deck too. Like, everything's like, we fired on full cylinders at this point. Like, again, I've said this numerous times so far this game, but the game is over. Like too much has happened to him for him to come back from this. Like, I literally get to stay out of Resonance this turn. I just get to go ahead and go face for 9 here. I don't even evolve because one because I don't want to get mossed, and then 2 because like I don't need to. I physically, like, I have too much pressure on him. He can't do anything. Like right now, Galm isn't a clear. Galm literally dies unless you have an activator and win the roll. Like, because if you fail the roll, you lose. Anyway. So here he plays Roy into Masa with the Handspur. Again, that's a pretty subpar looking Masa, but you know what can you do, right? What can you do? So at this point, I could have just gone ahead and I could just like played Tau for the full mana cost, but I chose not to because one, I don't need to, and I don't care. And then 2, I just really don't need to. And so here I go ahead and I just like play up this. I like this play a lot because it threatens lethal on board. I get to go ahead and use the towel as a very, very annoying banish for him. I stay out of resonance again because again I don't need to go into resonance at this point because like he's already played 2 mosses. He has, and we've already seen from the first 2 that they were very, very bad looking mosses. I even get a discard, which is pretty good. He has to be able to clear this as well. He plays Poseidon, but there's no Masa to go with it, right? So you see how that's bad? Because I'm drawing cards now. As long as I draw any 1 card, I'm good to go. Now I pick the Hamlin, so that's good enough. It means that whatever I start off with should be lethal. Yep, I pick up Strike Form. That's good. Again, like so, that's good enough. So I go ahead and I wanted to BM harder, but I couldn't because board space was a thing. So I just go ahead and I just like play a Scorpion, play Strike Form, and then that's game. Yep. Yeah, like you see how like savage of a stomp that was. It wasn't even like a case of Nanji just like high rolled his ass off for it or something like that. No, like it's not like this is what happens when you play versus that deck, and then when you play versus that deck and you actually draw it like even remotely well, boom, they lose. Like it's just how it is. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.